What is up, everybody? Smooth here, and today's video we have Rengar, the best build right now in my opinion. But I have to first off say that this is a video from a while ago before the nerfs, so a couple of weeks already. But I have played Rengar on the latest patch, and I have to say it really doesn't change. There are a couple of new builds you could play with Rengar, but overall this build in particular is my favorite. Like I've played with it, and the Trinity Force into Essence Reaver into the Charge Blade, and then for the last item, really, it depends on what you want. You could take out the Navari Quick Blades for the Infinity Edge, because you already have attack speed from the Triforce and then the Solari Charge Blade. So really it's you know, you take one or the other, but this build is from a while ago, but I have to say, even after the nerfs, Rengar, really his playstyle doesn't change much, especially with these new items. Because I have to say that this was the first time that I actually tried using the Solari Charge Blade on Rengar. So before I tried Cyrilda's Grudge, I tried Essence Reaver, and I was like, man, you know, rushing those first items, I was like, nah, it doesn't work. So that's when I kind of looked at the top Rengar players and found that they are going Triforce, Essence Reaver, Charge Blade, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And throughout this entire game, early game, there really wasn't nothing happening as much, you know, rather than other games. And the game did go on quite long, so I tried to cut it and made it as short as possible, but still had very, you know, important moments that just connected. But overall, this game, it was just a very long game and a very stale game in the early game. As right here, the Cloud Drake, it honestly takes forever for our team to take this Cloud Drake. So right here, another team fight happens. We managed to pick up Rengar, but Lulu does pick us off. And this game actually, this entire build, as right there, we picked up the Triforce and Mercury Threads. I was very skeptical. I was like, man, this build sucks. Like, you know, I was actually thinking that and feeling that. I was like, I don't know if I like this build, man. One, it's expensive, right? The Triforce, Essence Reaver is really, these are expensive items. The only non-expensive item is the Navari Quick Blades. That's the cheapest. But I was like, man, this build just doesn't work. Like, I wasn't feeling it, right? Because early game is really scuffy. Like, our teammates were dying, we weren't getting objectives, we weren't getting kills either. I believe the overall score right now for me was 2, 2, and 3. Like, we had 2 kills, 2 deaths, 3 assists. And right here we managed to pick up Lucian, so I was like, okay, you know what, I gotta go for this Rift Herald. So right here, Akali does a great job rotating, so it helps us manage to pick up the Rift Herald, and Annie picks up a kill on Graves. So we pick up the Rift Herald, we pop our ultimate, and Akali manages to pick up this kill on Diana. So right here, we just rotate over right after we pick up the River Scuttle to the Cloud Drake, I believe. Maybe we actually pick up this turret first, so I use the Rift Herald, pick up the first tier turret. So when certain games are close, I just like to let the Rift Herald go and make sure I secure these objectives as easy as possible. So we pick it up nice and easy, and then we rotate over to the Cloud Drake. But I gotta say, as soon as I picked up the Solari Charge Blade, that's kind of when I was like, oh my god, what is this? I honestly think that they should just remove this item from the game. Like, they really shouldn't even look to buff it, nerf it, or like adjust it. Just completely remove the Charge Blade from the game. It is honestly one of the most annoying items and broken items to get, especially with Master Yi right now. But everybody's getting it, you know. If you're an ADC, you're getting it. A top laner, sometimes you get it. As Rengar, you're getting it. You know, everybody gets it. It's either 2 or 3 people now on the team, on each team have the Charge Blade. So right here, 10 minutes into the game, the Cloud Drake is still up. Like, nobody was getting objectives. So it was just one of those type of games where, you know, people were playing very safe, people were playing very careless, you know, picking up a kill here and there, and the objectives were taking really long. And that's kind of why I was like, man, I don't know if I like this build. But as soon as we picked up the Solari Charge Blade, because this was the first game that we actually used with it, And we do manage to pick up the cloud dragon right there. So finally we get the dragon. And I was actually shocked and amazed of how insanely powerful this item was. And then you combine it with the Essence Reaver. I was like, yo, this is just cheating. It honestly is just cheating. And I think to make life easier for everybody, just, remove the item. Hopefully they don't, adjust it or nerf it, just, take it out. Every other item, I feel like it is quite okay, very decent. It's like a trade-off, right? Some people go to Cyrilda's Grudge, some people choose Essence Reaver, so it's like there's a personal preference between it. But the Charge Blade, everybody's just getting it. Like there is no no personal preferences. I'm going to pick it up, whether it's Blade of the Rune King, Charge Blade, or Charge Blade first, Essence Reaver, like it doesn't matter. People are buying it no matter what. And then whatever item comes after that, it's like it depends on the person, right? Like if they prefer this item over another. But right here, we do manage to pick up some kills in the duo lane. So I think this Diana ultimate's right in. We managed to pick it up nice and easy just using our enhanced Q. And then we managed to secure the turret. But yeah, Rengar has been nerfed. We were kind of sad really when we saw the patch notes and then saw that he got nerfed. But it was only like 30, I think it was 30 damage on his second ability. But it really didn't do much because, like I said, we have played him. And we do have some videos coming up with him. Some very, very exciting videos coming up very soon that I'm extremely happy and excited about. But right here, I believe we already have the Charge Blade, the Solari Charge Blade. Not entirely sure, but we managed to pick up that kill right there. So right here, we pick up the Solari Charge Blade, and I gotta say, as soon as we picked this item up, we were just getting kills. So right now, our stats overall really weren't looking too good. I don't know. Throughout the game, we really didn't have many kills, and we were trying this build, and I was like, I don't know if this build works, but as soon as we got the Charge Blade, we were just picking up kills left to right. So right here, I thought I could one-shot Lulu, but I was like, oh, nope. I can't one-shot Lulu. I thought I could, but Akali comes and Akali just picks up the kills nice and easy. Then Galio gets a good taunt on Ashe. We make our way back into the fight as the Infernal Drake is up in 20 seconds. But there is a kill soon. In a couple of seconds you will see, and the kill I get, that is kind of when I was like, oh my god, like this item is actually really, really good. I wouldn't even say good, I would honestly say broken. Like it is, in my opinion, just a broken item. Everybody is getting it. Like I said, it doesn't matter. And when there's an item in the game like that where everybody isn't even considering it, they're just getting it because it's that good, you gotta do something about that. And hopefully it's either, remove it or nerf it, like super nerf it. But so there is a kill right here. So the Infernal Drake is up. We pop an ultimate. We managed to pick up this kill on Lucian, nice and easy. And then right there, I was kind of feeling it. I was like, okay, this build isn't, a joke. You shouldn't mess around with it. But after playing with this build more and more and more, I have to say this build is one of my favorite. Like I go to it a lot. I use it a lot. There have been some other builds as well where people go Dust Blade, Charge Blade, Infinity Edge, and then either Mortar Reminder or Navari Quick Blades. But it depends. As right here, this is the kill right here that I got. And I was like, oh my god. Like, what is this build? Like, when I got that kill, I was like, Jesus. It wasn't a fast kill, but I was like, oh my god, this is insane. And just look how fast you get objectives, with this build. And then, like I said, as soon as we picked up the Charge Blade, it was just kill after kill after kill. And then right here, Lucian is extremely low, so of course we just pop him immediately. And then immediately right after this, like I was feeling myself, so I was like, come on, Graves, I'll kill you. But right here, as soon as we picked up that Lucian kill, right, we rotated, and then I noticed Graves right here at his grump. So then we rotate and then hide in this bush right here, and then I'm like, okay, Graves would definitely rotate here. and he does rotate. So we pop our first ability, we flash in, we pick him up. We did have our stasis, but at the time I just kind of was, lost in thought. So Diana manages to pick us up. And right here we have the complete build, Navari Quick Blades. And then the last item we go for is the Guardian's Angel. But honestly, if you're going to use this build, it's probably the last item that you could probably switch out, like whether it's Navari Quick Blades or Storm Razor or Static Shiv or the Infinity Edge. That will really depend on you, right? But for myself, I think the Infinity Edge for the extra damage and critical might be really fun. It's just the only problem is it's very expensive, if you were to go with Infinity Edge as the third crit item. Because it's Trinity, Essence Reaver, Charge Blade, and then Infinity Edge is a very expensive build. And right here, we're kind of just lurking around seeing, I want to catch somebody off guard. And right here, I mean, just look at this. That's really unfair, That's kind of what you want as Rengar. But like I said, in the early game, I was like, man, this build sucks. But then in the late game, finally, when we got some kills, we got the items, I was like, oh my god. Absolutely insane. And it was actually, like, honestly, it was the first time that I played a build using the Solari Charge Blade. So the shock I had of how broken it was, I was in shock. And you pick up objectives extremely fast already with Rengar, and then you just add these crit builds. I mean, you're basically Trundamere, at this point, just crit after crit. And then right here, look at this kill right here. So I was so confident, even though I was at half health, I was like, I want to kill somebody. And then this poor Ashe right here, just one hit and is already at half health. Like, I'm so sorry, Ashe, but that's kind of what the game has come to right now with, Charge Blade. It's either Rengar super fed, you die one shot, or Master Yi super fed late game and you die. There really isn't any way around it. Or it's Kha'Zix with the absolutely insane isolation damage and you die right away. So either game, this is how, no matter what rank you are, no matter what game you're in, this is probably how it's going to be, Rengar either super fed or, someone super fed and just absolutely one-shotting you. The game is just filled with one-shot potential. And right here, we're just kind of pushing this minion wave, but our teammates do manage to end the game right about here because they do push in the mid wave. So we pop an ultimate, but our teammates managed to end the game. Absolutely insane game. So in the early game, it was actually quite competitive. But then as soon as we got the items, we just started snowballing. As soon as we got the Solari Charge Blade, absolutely insane. And we managed to end the game 12-4-8. But as usual, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace.